Hello again, Struck Quap. Welcome back to another day of streaming with me, Struck. Today I will be playing Torchlight 3. Just a moment, I forgot to start the game. Big derp. While we're waiting for the game to start, I would answer the question where Aragon was asking where is Rage. I finished Rage yesterday. I finished Rage and I did a bunch of side missions, some bosses, etc. after finishing the main story, but I'm done with Rage. I did what I wanted to do with Rage. Today I will be playing Torchlight 3. And here is Sky, by the way. Sky is here today. Not sure if you can see him. He's over here. Right before I started streaming, he decided to take this place. But yeah. Let's go. I don't know which hero to play first. I will be open to suggestions. If someone wants to see specific builds, do tell. Do tell, because yeah, I've got 13 different heroes here. I mean, some of them don't have items, but I can always transfer items from one hero to the other. I'm probably gonna start with the Bane Train, because I need to rework the skills to match. I think they already are reworked, but I just want to make sure that the skills are reworked for a Bane Train setup. He's missing a weapon. He's missing North Mace or... Okay, the skills definitely are set up for a Bane Train. So I'm gonna leave it as it is, because eventually I'm planning on making this as a new video. So there's a 2.0 miasmic train. So maybe let's do a few runs with this dude, the way he is. It's nice that he's already geared up. Oh, look at that, I'm bugged, I can't move. I can't move with the arrows, I can't move with the cursor. What happened now? Okay, there we go. It was weird, I couldn't move for a few seconds. Let's go to my fort. I wanna spend some time farming across all sorts of different heroes. I will try to spend a little bit more time on the Disc Mage compared to others, because on the Disc Mage I still need that one specific item, the Molten Reach, which I still haven't gotten ever since the game launched, which is super painful, since it's so cool looking to show up in builds, but I can't show it in builds because it doesn't drop on my mage. Okay, let's do some Fazir. Some quick Fazir runs. I do normally Stormbringer or Netherwell, those are the ones I like doing. This one seems like a good option. No! Wait, where is my build train? Oh, my build train is this one, okay. Okay. Need to get used to the hotkeys again. Yeah, that's the Jinn. But yeah, I finished Rage, and after finishing Rage you unlock 6 different arc abilities that you can get. 6, not abilities, but weapons and abilities. And I did that, I unlocked all those additional 6 ones. I beat that big worm in the desert. I did a bunch of other side missions, and then I said, okay, done with Rage for now. Maybe I can return to Rage sometime later for some roaming and doing some side missions. But yeah, for today I wanna do a bit of Torchlight 3. I've been away from Torchlight 3 in a long time. Kind of like 2 weeks probably since my last Torchlight 3 stream. So it's not gonna be so bad if I spend some time on it, maybe rework some builds and prepare them for build videos. This one seems to already be ready for the 2.0 version of the miasmic train. Maybe I can make it tomorrow. It's a good thing. It's a good thing if I make miasmic train 2.0 tomorrow. There have been a lot of people asking, hey, how would you do this build now? with all the changes. The weirdest thing is if I do Miasmic Train 2.0 now, and then after a week and a half we get the update, and then there's a bunch of other things that make me wanna do it again, I'm gonna have to do a 3.0. So I was trying to not rush into things until the next update, but if needed I can do 3.0 in a few weeks, and let the 2.0 stay for a while. Bruku says, awesome, I enjoy watching you play, brother. I enjoy you watching me play as well. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Wait, what items have I equipped? Okay, only Ember boots, no Ember shoulders. Okay, good to know. Just wanted to know if I've got the shoulders and leg armor equipped. And I've got what? Woods Beast leggings. So I think I'm only equipping this for the flamethrower car damage, no other reason. And why don't I have flamethrower car? There we go. That's what I was wondering. Flamethrower car shoulders. But I'm gonna lose so much defense if I use those shoulders. My defense, look at that, 23%. 5% was. And the poison resistance, even worse. With the poison resistance, it's a 20% was. So for now I'm sacrificing some damage. I'm doing enough damage as it is. Wait, is the game too quiet? There we go. I was wondering what's happening. My volume was at 60 instead of... It was at 6 instead of 10%. I normally keep my headset at 10%. Because it's too loud if I go to 100. But yeah, right now I'm just farming, trying to get some new items that I've not gotten, or items that I've got with better rolls. In fact, there are very few items that I still haven't looted, and one of them is on the Dusk Mage. But there will be new weapons. There will be cannons, two-handed cannons. Everyone can wear. I'm assuming everyone would be able to wear them, just like in Torchlight 2. So the next update would be interesting with those cannons. Very, very interesting. Okay, let's keep going. Just gonna get rid of stuff. I've got enough gold to not need it, so might as well just start getting some more essence. Although I've got plenty of essence. Let's do another few maps.
Hey, if it isn't all, what's their name?
Let's do Netherwell map this time. Maybe a Unix map? A Unix map would be nice. Is there a Unix map somewhere? There's a dividing map. There's an infamous map, but not a unique. Or Gearwalkie. Gearwalkie Netherwell. Okay, maybe this one will be the next one. Yeah, I'm gonna say let's do the Gearwalkie Goblins map. Come on. Vote. Chop. It's not voting. Last time I played this game, I was on the offline server for like a week, and I got too used to the zero voting time on the offline when I'm playing on the walkout saves. I think my train is glitched. Yeah, my train is glitched. It just doesn't let me use train skills. And this is a bug. This is a bug that's very annoying. See, I've got my train, I'm pressing number 2. I'm pressing number 4. Number 4 works, number 2 works now. Okay, number 2 wasn't working earlier until I tried 4. So for a few seconds it just doesn't want to do skills. And this is annoying when your train is your main source of damage and you can't use train skills because of a glitch or a bug or whatever it is. And this doesn't happen offline. It doesn't. This bug happens across every hero with skills that have cooldown only when I'm playing online. It doesn't happen when it's offline though. I haven't seen it once when playing offline, and last time when I was making a build, my Bane Mage, I spent like a week on the offline mode, and yeah, this is definitely some server related problems. Hopefully with the next update they're saying that their main focus was performance. One of the major focuses on the next update is performance. I hope they've fixed some things like those, where the game is just desyncing. See, right now it's happening again. It's not letting me use my number 2. You can probably even hear. See, this is me pressing number 2. It didn't let me use it for a while. Okay. But yeah, I am open to suggestions. You want to see me play a specific class and subclass? Say it. I have 13 out of 20 on this account. So if it's not a cold hard build, I probably have it. There are just a few builds that are not cold hard that I don't have. I think 5 or 4 builds that are not cold hard that I don't have on this account online. So you want to see a specific class and subclass combo? Feel free to say it, and I'm gonna do my best to play a little bit, a few maps with that class. Maybe rework the build if I have respectacles on the hero. Today is gonna be that type of day where I try to just play whatever you guys want me to play, as long as I have it leveled up. So new players or players who are considering switching classes could benefit a lot from some of the info I might show and say today. I'm also very excited to see what Extra would make with their new game. What Extra's new game will be, and whether they would allow some people to test it early and give feedback. I would love to do so. I just hope they don't do something like Warhammer Odyssey. Warhammer Odyssey, don't play that game unless you want grindy, super boring mobile MMO. Don't do don't do Warhammer Odyssey. I'm gonna look for another batch of elite monsters. Just a moment. My train is very slow, by the way. I wish it was a little bit faster. Look at how far behind me it is. I have to wait for like 2 seconds before the train reaches me. Before I can actually start damaging enemies next to me, because the train is falling behind. Alright, let's go finish this map. How many hours does it take to max level? Well, if you're very quick, I can say 10 hours, 9 hours, 8 hours is reasonable. If you're slow, probably 12, 13, 14 hours if you're taking your time. But I think between, let's say between 10 and 15 hours. You can do it faster than 10 hours, but a reasonable amount of time for someone who's new to the game. And Thomas says, is it April 1st now, Struck? Do you think I would be playing this if it was April 1st? We all know what's coming on April 1st. We know when April 1st comes, you probably won't see me play another game for a week other than Outriders, or at least for 5 days or so. Unless something seriously huge comes out alongside Outriders and it just grabs my attention. Wait, Lex with flamethrower car? No defense. Let's keep going. But yeah, April 1st is coming. It is coming. 21 more days. 21 more days need to pass. Or maybe it's 22 with today, if we count today. That's what, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then another 2 weeks. And then another 4. So yeah, 22 days. We're counting. Bit by bit, it's gonna come. And see, that's the desync strikes again. This is it. See, it's not realizing that I've already salvaged these items. It's not loading my shared stash. I've been waiting for this update, and I really hope this update, the next upcoming update, fixes this finally. Because look at that. It took so long. Actually, that was pretty fast, but it's still very slow to load my stash tabs. And then look at this, I'm switching stash tabs. It's some of them load up, some of them don't. And I'm not sure what causes this. Is it problems with the database? Is it problems with how the server communicates with the databases? I hope it gets fixed with the next update, this type of performance. I've reported it long ago. I even sent them a short clip of exactly this thing happening on Discord, so I've done my best in terms of providing them what's needed. I've provided them with walks around Christmas, around the winter holidays. I provided them with walks. Speaking of winter holidays, it's raining snow. It's snowing. It's snowing so hard in my city, or at least it was 1 hour ago. My window blinds are up, so I can't see outside right now. But it was snowing so hard. And a few days ago it was like 14-15 degrees or so outside, like a couple of days ago, and now it's minus something. That's Celsius degrees. So yeah, March, you gotta love it. One day it's t-shirt or close to t-shirt weather, the other day it's snowing like hell. Okay, there was only one Gearwalkie map. I'm gonna switch after this map to a different hero, so I'm open to suggestions. What quas and subquas do people want to see me play today? If I've got it leveled up, I'm switching. I'm gonna need to switch some items though. How heavy is truck? Can you drive outside? Well, heavy enough that you can probably drive, but when you go outside you're seeing mostly white. You're not seeing the... Let me try and look at it. So basically, let's say if you look through the window, it was so heavy that you could mostly see snow falling. Let's say 40% of the air was covered in snow. That heavy maybe. You could still probably drive with winter tires and stuff. But yeah, let's say 40% of the air covered in snowflakes. That was how it was like an hour ago when I was giving Sky his morning medicine. Although morning, 3 in the afternoon is my morning, it's when I wake up sometimes. And when I give Sky his medicine. In Sky's now, he had his medicine, he had his food, and he's here now. Oh, this could be a long map, if I make it such. This quas is nice to start me, and this build and quas is nice to warm me up. It's a little harder to die on this one, it does a lot of damage even with shit gear and even when I don't play it right. Sometimes I forget to even use my miasma, like earlier. Some of my skills get glitched and I can't use them for a while as well, so it's a good hero to warm me up. Why can't I use this? It says I can't use hammer spin. Oh, it's anchored. Shit. Why did I select an anchored map? So let's make it quick then. I don't like maps where I can't use my mobility skills. It's boring. It's such a boring map affix. It's not one of the worst, but it's super boring. It's anything that's so swuggish and slow when you can't use your movement skills is boring for me. Not a fan of this at all. There are just so many bad affixes in the Fazir. I would say 30-35% of the affixes in the Fazir are boring and shouldn't exist in the first place. I'm surprised they couldn't think of better affixes for the Fazir. That's one of the main reasons I don't like it. Power creep aside, and repetitiveness aside, and unnecessarily long. Should have been 100 stages, not 251. But those things aside, the affixes are super boring. The majority of them, as a mechanic, is how they work. They don't provide that much of a challenge, they just make it more boring. And if boring equals challenge to them, to me it doesn't. No mobility skills, it doesn't make it hard not having mobility and movement skills. It just makes you adapt a very boring playstyle where you play safe and try not to get yourself surrounded by enemies and where you can't escape. I like playing risky and going all in. Glass breaker, alright, there we go. Who's attacking me still?
You can't cast that here.
Is my train glitched? Yeah, it's gone. It's invisible. The real ghost train. The real ghost train. Sky, he doesn't, let's not say he doesn't or does enjoy snow, because he doesn't have much experience with snow. Both our balconies have roof. They have something that prevents snow from coming in the balcony. So there's not much to say about snow when it comes to Sky. He's not seen much of it, apart from seeing it in the window, through the window when it snows. He likes cold. He likes warm. He doesn't like cold. So when it's cold, he comes to snuggle into someone most of the time. That's kind of how he is. How's my defense with this dude? This RNG, do you see how many times in a row I got potion work? 25% chance to get potion work, and I got it so many times in a row. Alright, enough of this hero, let's switch. Before I switch, I need to put some items in the storage. There is a North Maze here, but it's a wall level 1. There is a Frost Wall here. So this is my chance to poison Frost Wall. Let's switch characters. You kept forgetting. That's fine. It's pretty fine. Alright, do I go... Where is the Disc Mages? Electrode Disc Mage. Let's go. What's the gear here? 44 glade. Oh, this one needs a change of gear. I need my chance to shock shield, just a moment. Let's find where my chance to shock shield is. Probably in my electrified sharpshooter. No, it's not there. Okay, then This is where it is, probably. My guess is this is where my chance to shock frost wall is. Oh no, that's not it. Damn, where did I put my chance to shock frost wall? I'm pretty sure I have a frost wall with chance to shock, chance to bleed, and chance to poison, and one with chance to burn, most likely. This is so bad. This whole thing where you have to keep switching between characters to see your items. Why can't they make it like some other games where you have one big stash, one big storage inventory? You don't need shared stash. Everything is a shared stash. That's the best design in the game. Everything you find on every hero goes in the exact same place, and every hero can access that and equip it, and one hero can have one item equipped, and the same hero, when you walk on it, could have the exact same item equipped without it being without you needing to transfer it. What's so difficult about designing games in such a way? I think Warframe does it in a similar way. If I'm not mistaken, Warframe had something like this. I've not played Warframe in a long time, so I don't know if everything I said describes Warframe's system. Where could that frost wall be? Oh, I have no idea where my frost wall is. I'm pretty sure I have a frost wall with chance to shock. I just don't know where it is. I'm just gonna go with whatever this one has. Horst Canhold says, hi Struck, always fun and interesting to watch your streams. Thank you very much, nice to see that. My Ken or whatever is in the back looks like a skull of alligator. Ken? My Ken? What type of Ken is in the background? Oh, my cat. Yeah, my cat is in the background. This guy here. It's hard when I'm looking at the camera and not him to give him a petting. I need to turn around. That thing looks like skeleton. Really? It looks like a skeleton? Right, let's go back to the game. I'm gonna try and the little white thing coming out. My pet has his back turned. Not sure what white thing you're talking about. White thing? What little white thing? You mean this thing? This thing? Oh, this thing. This is a pillow cover. It's a pillow cover I've put there as a yeah, it's a pillow cover. I've put it as a blanket underneath him, the pillow cover. We woke him up, Sky. Okay. He's going back to sleep. With his back towards us because the lights, when the lights shine into him, he doesn't like it much. So yeah, let's see. I'm gonna have to deal with this without chance to shock on my shield. Hopefully I can find another shield. See, I really hope they add some quality of life where we can add sockets to items that don't have sockets. This guy taking a nap but makes an illusion of a skull. Interesting. The letter says he's done being silly. A skull of a Pokemon, you forgot about the name. Okay. I don't know the names of the Pokemon as well, just some of them. I knew the German names, although the German names were using the English names with very few changes. Because when I watched Pokemon, I watched it, well, in German, on German TV. Because they didn't have it on Bulgarian TV for a very long time. While I was little. By the time they had it in Bulgarian, I kind of stopped caring too much about it. I still cared a bit because I was still a kid. I think I still remember the Team Rocket introduction in German. What was it? Team Rocket, so schnell wie der Schlicht, geht lieber auch or bekämpft uns nicht. I think was the Team Rocket saying. I think maybe I said it wrong, but yeah. I don't know how it is in English, by the way. I've never heard it in English or in Japanese. Your Team Rocket all the way. Okay, so which shield should I use? I can probably use this one. I need to pick a frost wall. Oh, there it is. No, that's the chance to burn. Well, let's make this chance to shock. I'm gonna make this chance to shock. Burn, bleed, bleed. Burn again. Come on, give me shock. I'm gonna waste my gold trying to get this to be chance to shock. Chance to poison. Chance to shock. There we go. Okay, now we're good. Is this the Unholy Blaster build? What build am I running right now? The Unholy Blaster. Okay. Meaning I need to do this and then need 1 point here. Wait. I've messed. Just a moment. I need to look at my build. I need to look at the original skin because I've been making videos for the relics and I've been reworking some skill points, so I need to figure out where I put the skill points. Okay, build, no, not build thumbnails, screenshots. Where is it? Torchlight 3 early access, Dusk Mage builds, Unholy Blaster, regular. So I need to do it that way. Oh boy, I can't do it that way. I don't have the skill points. I don't have the spectacles maybe. So let's see. What am I looking at? I need 10 points here 6 points here, 0 points here. 10, 6 and 4. 10, 6 and 4. I don't want Spirit Well. Although I could try a Spirit Well build. A Summoner. Maybe I can play with this build for a while. An Absolver Summoner. But I'm gonna get rid of Radiant Blast then. Yeah, let's just play with this build. The Electrode Summoner maybe. But I don't really feel like it. So I'm just gonna respec quickly. What would I need? I would need certain things. For example, I need Ancient Ember Boots. Ancient Ember Boots. Oh, this was my Frost Wall with chance to shock. Well, now I have a better one, I think. So I did have one. This one is a little bit better, more chance to walk, so not so bad. Okay, Ancient Ember Boots. Any pet items I can take? My pet items are in other heroes, so yes, we're not doing that now. What else am I removing? I need to remove more points from certain things. And now I need some more points. Wait. I need to change. Oh, Holy Fury. I need to remove Holy Fury. So I'm putting points here. And then I need to put points into... I can remove the Absolver points. Although I don't have Respectacles to remove all of them. But that can change quickly. Man, I've been working for a different build on this hero and I just ruined it, but that's fine. I think I was experimenting a lot before. But yeah, I'm gonna go back to the Unholy Blaster with this one. Right now, Holy Fury is very underwhelming because it doesn't benefit from casting speed. I wish it did. but it doesn't. And I need to put some points here. I probably need to put 1 point here. Actually, let's put more points here. Was this 6 points? 6 points here. So I just need to remove those 3 points and put them here, and then I would have my unholy blaster the way it originally was. Do lightning still bust your eye, or did they adjust it? Well, they haven't. There hasn't been a patch. And I don't think they will ever adjust those lightnings where they just hurt your eyes if you watch them for too long. You gotta have very, very durable eyes if you wanna play an electrode build. Okay. Relic energy cost, relic energy generation, and bonus damage to basic attacks. I might just chuck this somewhere in the storage. See, we don't need this one there.
Your pet is back.
Just checking the Legendarium, Celestial, Panoptifist. Wait, why Panoptifist? I guess I was showing things before. I don't need the Panoptifist. Have I got Celestial Pants? Okay, so what I need is the boots, maybe. The sandals. Okay, I think I'm kind of ready. We've got Unholy Bot and we've got Radiant Blast. And Dark Spears. Although Dark Spears is not really needed. And I could do this. So this is here, this is here. We've got Imbue Relic. Yeah, I think I'm good to go. Took a while to rework this back the way it was. I think I was experimenting with Holy Fury and Spirit Well build before. That's why it was so weirdly set up. Pierce Leviathan says, you've returned to this game to retain your pro status, Truck. I understand. It's just nothing better to play. Nothing better to play. I mean, I don't feel like playing a demo of a game more than I've already did. I gave Outriders the demo. A week. A week is more than enough to do what I needed to do. To get enough knowledge to make one video for every class detailing the skill trees and giving people a very solid amount, very sufficient amount of theory crafts. And instead of doing them one theory craft per video, like the way I did before Borderlands 3 launched, I just put them in one video. And I think that's good. I think that's good. 10, 9, 7 theory crafts per video for Outriders for each class. Go achieved. Go achieved there with that demo. There's something about Last Epoch where I don't enjoy playing Last Epoch as much as I enjoy playing this game. Or Chaos Bane for that matter. Not sure why I enjoy playing Chaos Bane in this game much more than I do Last Epoch. And this is strange because Last Epoch has much more to offer, yet I still enjoy those games a bit more than it. I keep forgetting to use Conjure Electrode more often. You have no clue why I enjoy Chaos Bane. Well, it's fun. It has very nice combat. The combat is amazing in Chaos Bane. And I can choose what maps I run myself, so I don't rely on fucking RNG to decide what map I run. So I can choose the map affixes completely. I have 100% control of the maps I run. I don't have that in other games. In other games there's some randomness, and RNG. You know how much I hate RNG. So yeah, I'd much rather decide what affixes my map gets completely. Just like in this game. In this game I do decide certain things. I do decide the positive and negative affixes, although I cannot change the built-in affix. That's why I do ones that don't have bad built-in affixes. The Chaos Bane's major problem is with itemization, lack of quality of life, and with the outdated invasion that needs to be reworked, as well as the boss rushes that also could be a little bit more rewarding for the time you spend doing those, as well as Tower of Chaos. Tower of Chaos just needs a major rework to be better, to be more worth doing. Because right now Tower of Chaos is only worth it for the more sleep coins. No, 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 no!
Man, I thought you had that one guy looked like really
Fuck.
hurt.
Now I have no weapon. Fucking poison traps. Fucking poison traps. They got me. Well, let's see if I have a spare weapon to equip. I better have one. Oh, I lost a weapon that wasn't equipped. Oh, and I had 0 potions. That also makes sense that I'm gonna die when I have 0 potions. Let's just get some potions then.
Potions for you.
Come on.
Potions for your little friend. Oh, is that all?
And now back to the fort. But yeah, yesterday, not yesterday, 2 days ago, when I was going, when I was gonna go sleep, I did test Warhammer Odyssey, and my advice is stay away from Warhammer Odyssey as if it's the plague.
Back already?
It's one of the worst games I've seen lately, Warhammer Odyssey. Not only is it mobile, but it's the bad kind of mobile game.
Will it be?
So it's bad even for a mobile game.
That doesn't sound so
That's what Warhammer Odyssey is. I was expecting Warhammer Odyssey to be like Diablo Immortal,
You're up to the challenge.
but it's more of an MMO and less of a hack and slash.
Seen it before.
And welcome back, Glitch Bomb. Nice seeing you again, Glitch Bomb.
Again.
Apart from dying from trash mobs, I'm doing well. Apart from getting wrecked by trash mobs and the stupid Fazir. Let's see. Come on, game. Stop rubber banding. Come on, it's not letting me pick up finally. It's still not showing damage numbers even. This desyncing. Look at this damn desyncing. It's so annoying. I really hope they fix it with the next update. The servers have been becoming worse since the middle of December, since since the final 10 days of December, like around the Christmas holidays or whatever. Since then, it's been just getting worse and worse in the servers. Look at that, I can't even loot a chest. Let me see my ping. My ping. Where's my Sublime? Sublime, copy paste. Shit. Control and G. No, Control and D. Control and D. Well, my ping is 54 milliseconds. I shouldn't be having this much delay and rubber banding. Perfect World and their servers, they're terrible. I can say the exact same for Magic Legends and the Perfect World servers there. whoever is their host, they need to change it. At least for the European server. Come on. Okay. It's not dropping those Lost Remains. I need to go back. Have you played Inquisitor Martyr before? Not on my stream, because when I played Inquisitor Martyr I was still not a streamer. But yeah, it's the worst ARPG I've ever played. It's the worst isometric hack and slash ARPG I've ever played in my entire life. Haven't seen a game as bad as Inquisitor Martyr before. And I kept returning to the game and I kept getting disappointed every time there's like a major update. I've not played it for over a year. Or a year and a half, but I don't feel like returning to it ever again. I gave it enough chances. But the core concept of the game is terrible. The core end game concept is terrible. The sound effects are terrible. The music is okay, but the sound effects are terrible. Visually it looks like everything is made out of Play-Doh. Play-Doh, plastic, kind of that look, which I guess it makes sense because the figurines, the Warhammer figurines you can buy and paint, and they look like they're made out of plastic and Play-Doh, so they're kind of retaining that look. And then there's that fucking annoying mechanic for the mage in the game, where you get killed, you get attacked by those little shits when you end up casting too much, which I know is canon. I know it's canon. I know it exists in the real Warhammer, but why does it have to be in the fucking game? It's nothing more than an annoying mechanic that has no place in a game. The voice acting is cringeworthy as well in Inquisitor Martyr, but Warhammer games and cringeworthy voice acting go hand in hand. There were some very cringeworthy lines in Vermintide 2, specifically with the elf. She had very cringeworthy lines. And there are some cringeworthy lines in Chaosbane, although not so bad. But Inquisitor Martyr, this is never gonna be a game that I would enjoy playing. The itemization is terrible and limited and boring. The skill system is boring. The cheating in the game is also boring. In a game with competitive and leaderboards, you would expect that there would be no cheating, but believe me, there is. I could even download the game and download cheat engine and prove that I can cheat in the game, if you want me to. I can go download both of them and stream it and show you, but I can get into trouble if I stream it and show it. But yeah. The cheating in Inquisitor Martyr in the online mode, maybe they already fixed it, but last I played it wasn't fixed. It was still in the game. And that's why I was seeing level 9 at the top of one of the leaderboards, which is obviously the guy was cheating to be level 9 and at the top of the leaderboards.
You say that now. Honestly, I think you could do better.
I can't understand what people enjoy in Inquisitor Martyr. I kept asking my friends, my real life friends who play the game and enjoy it. And yeah, it's weird. I definitely don't see what's good about this game, what people like about it.
You're up to the challenge?
It's surprising. It's like, for me, it's like someone telling me they like eating shit, and me not understanding why, what tastes so good about shit. That's how I feel about Inquisitor Martyr. I mean, I understand people love different things, so that's why for me maybe Inquisitor Martyr tastes like shit, but for others maybe it tastes like candy. Let's see.
You can't cast that. That spell cannot be cast. You can't cast that here. You can't use that skill. That spell can't be cast.
But what's most boring about Inquisitor Martyr is the level design and the mission design. And that's probably one of the most boring things out there.
You can't cast that spell here.
Come on.
That spell can't be cast. You can't cast that spell here. You can't do that here. You can't use that skill. You can't cast that.
Come on. Group up together, group up together. Let's keep going. This Molten Reach will never drop for me, believe me. Maybe 1 year after now I would still not have this Molten Reach in this game. Witchbomb says he played Martyr on release, reached level 28, like the multiplayer dungeons, like boss farmings, but haven't played the game since then. Well, on launch, me and my real life friends played it. We pre-ordered, we played the game, or at least I pre-ordered, don't know if they did. But yeah, on launch we played, we reached max level, we did endgame stuff. and then got bored, and they returned recently to the game, and they said they love it, but before they returned to the game, I returned 2-3 times when there were major changes, and I still didn't like them. But the thing is that the things I don't like about the game are in the core, in the skeleton of the game, and it needs to be a completely new game for me to enjoy it. But there's a lot of people who still enjoy it. Obviously some people have much different requirements and preferences than me, so they can enjoy Martyr, which for me is the worst game on the market.
You can't use that skill.
I'd much rather play a 20-year-old game like Diablo 2 than Inquisitor Martyr. And when there's things like Grim Dawn, I don't see myself picking Martyr over Grim Dawn. See, I really like sci-fi, hack and slash, isometric hack and slash games. I wish there was a better one than Martyr. Martyr right now is the only one. We do have that other one, the Italian one, I forgot the name. That's still in early access, and it's probably never gonna get out of early access because I forgot the name, but you probably know which one I'm talking about. That sci-fi isometric hack and slash game developed by people from Italy. I have to look it up. I just got a brain fart, I can't remember the name, but I've talked about it many times in my stream. And I had high hopes for that one maybe finally being the one I'm waiting for. But from the looks of it, it's probably never gonna even release because no one plays it anymore, they don't get any more funds. But I'm really waiting for someone to make a good sci-fi isometric hack and slash. It doesn't have to be isometric, it could be third person, it could be top down. I don't care what camera, as long as it's a sci-fi and it's a hack and slash isometric looter RPG game with a good end game and good itemization and no cheating. And good build diversity, and not needing to play meta to do the hardest content. And that's why Outriders right now fits the bill. Outriders is the sci-fi third-person shooter I'm doing. It's not a isometric hack and slash, but at least it's a sci-fi game, and I've been very hungry for a good sci-fi game. Outriders can kind of satiate that hunger for a good sci-fi game. For a good sci-fi looter. Not that anyone is waiting for Outriders. Yeah, Outriders, I mean, it came out of nowhere. Suddenly I was watching gameplay trailers and stuff about the game, and I was like, okay, this looks like it has the potential to either be a great game or to be a very terrible disaster. After seeing what happened to Marvel's Avengers, but then I realized it's much better than Marvel's Avengers, and since Square Enix is only the publisher and they didn't decide to do what Marvel's Avengers did, getting 4 studios to work on the game instead of just one. And after I saw the video for the end game and for the crafting, I was sold. I was sold that I want to play that game when it's out. And with the demo, I was convinced I need to pre-order after playing 1 day of the demo for Outriders. Because my major concerns were, is it gonna run well on my machine? Or is it gonna be yet another Cyberpunk or Godfall situation? And it definitely wasn't another Cyberpunk or Godfall situation. At least in the demo. Hopefully the zones after the demo are just as well optimized as the demo zone. Okay.
You can't cast that spell here.
Which build is this? This is the Unholy Blaster. This is the Unholy Blaster build on the Dusk Mage. It's exactly as it is in this screenshot, in the regular build screenshot. So if you look up the Unholy Blaster, that's it.
You can't do that here.
Is the game name Imperatum the sci-fi? What do you mean, Imperatum? I don't think I've heard it. Let me look it up. Imperatum. Oh, no. I'm gonna find it. Just a moment. Shit, why can't I remember the stupid name of that Italian game? I'm trying to find it. Fuck. Let's go on Steam. But it's definitely not Imperatum. Just... because it's a game that hasn't fully released. Shit, what was the fucking name of the game? Boy. Q Squad, that's the game I was talking about. Q Squad. This one, I'm gonna link it. This is the one I was talking about, and I was hoping this would be that one sci-fi ARPG I can see myself playing, but the game is pretty much semi-dead. Semi-dead. They had a 2020 roadmap, and they have first of half of 2021 roadmap. Actually, let's share my screen. See, they have first half of 2021 roadmap. First quarter Skua, new planet, new enemies for the planet, new boss, new enemy generations, new quests, new contracts for this planet, new mode Inferno, Spec Ops contracts, quests for both, new cosmetics, fifth hero, engineer, etc. It's still early access. I can probably look at this dev diary roadmap. PlayStation, yes, PlayStation. So the expect to drop summer this year, both on PS4 and PS5. Okay. Well, at least they're still developing this, but for now, people are telling me that it's very bad when you reach the end game. When you start farming and grinding, it gets very boring. I might try and get the game and test it soon, but I'm gonna wait for a sale. If I get 50% off, maybe I can get it and test it for myself instead of trusting others, because you know how different my taste is compared to others. So we'll see. But people were telling me that the end game part of things is super grindy, super bad. See, same maps grind to get bigger level maps. It's dull and boring. Only the player animations were okay. The progression system not good. Yeah, if the progression system is not great, then sure. See, this one got it for 13.99. If I get it for 10.11, maybe I can test it. But yeah, this is a game that I'm still keeping my eye on. Let me put it on my wish list if I haven't. I'm gonna hide this because you might see my account. Just a moment. It is on my wish list. I just didn't have it on following. Okay. But yeah. That's the one I was talking about. I have hopes for it. Apparently they still haven't abandoned it, and they even have roadmaps for the year, which even Torchlight 3 doesn't have roadmaps for the beginning of 2021. I wish they did. And not just me, many people have asked me about it. Does this game, Torchlight 3, have a roadmap for 2021? The community loves roadmaps. Even if it's a rough roadmap, they love knowing that there's gonna be this and this coming later that year. It gives them hopes for the future of the game. I wish Chaosbane had roadmaps as well. Even if it was very rough and says, hey, we're working on this, we want to get it done this year. When exactly, we don't know. That's good enough. Just giving people something to know that that you're thinking of the future of the game. Thankfully, Torchlight 3 gives us updates. Every few weeks they would give a dev update and say, hey, we're doing this, we're doing that. But a roadmap that looks a few months ahead or a year ahead is definitely nice. So big ups to the devs of Kill Squad. And if I remember correctly, they were Italian. Maybe I got it wrong, but I think they were Italian. I could be wrong. I could be mistaking it for another game. Running low on potions. It says 12, but I definitely don't have 12 potions. I probably have 4 or 5. Pretty sure it's not 12.
That spell here. That spell cannot be cast.
What's happening? Can't find the stupid sentry.
You can't do that.
Oh, it's an anchored map. Yet another. Why do I keep getting those fucking anchored maps where I can't use my mobility skills? One of the worst. It's probably the 5th or 4th worst affix. Top 1 for worst affixes probably would be Shifting Shackles and Angered Ancestors. Those are the two top terrible, annoying, not necessary, should be gone from the game or changed affixes. And maybe on 4th or 5th place I would put Anchored as a thing that's just boring. Not a challenge, just a chore.
That spell can't be cast.
See, I can't teleport now. On a map like this, not having the mobility skill is just boring. I'm too used to playing with mobility skills. Now I have 0 potions as well. Because the game suddenly, from 12 potions, it started showing me 0 potions. Another thing they still haven't fixed. I don't remember a point in this game's history where there wasn't a bug with the potions. One or another, there's always been some sort of a bug with the potions. The most common one that has been often on all the time is where it shows you the wrong number of potions that you contain. Earlier it was showing 12, suddenly it went down to 0. And I definitely didn't have 12, I had like 4 or 5 when it was showing me 12. Okay, now I have one, but it's showing the wrong type of potion. As you can see, the one potion I've got is this, it's showing me the regular one.
You can't cast that spell here. That spell can't be cast.
Now I can't escape. Let's see. Oh shit.
Can't cast that.
No, I wasted it. I was saving my harmonic form for the boss fight. Wanted to just get it close to the end, so I can start the boss fight with harmonic form. It filled up quicker than I expected.
Can't do that.
Okay, we're ready for the boss fight. No! Oh! Fucking Porto trolling me. This is another thing I don't understand why they haven't fixed. Why don't every single Porto ask me? Why doesn't every single Porto ask me? Some Portos ask you, are you sure you want to leave? Yes, no. Others just straight up teleport you outside. Now I just lost the legendary. I didn't even see what legendary it was. Fucking bullshit. And I can't go back into this map because it just gets deleted when I exit. And did you see what happened? The Porto spawned. Oh shit. The Porto spawned. Shit, my resolution got fucked up. The Porto spawned on top of my cursor. First of all, Portos shouldn't spawn next to your chest. They should spawn on the other fucking end of the map. Portals should spawn where you get ported after you click to port to that arena. So when I'm at the top and I click on the circle and the circle teleports me down, that's where the portal should spawn. It's far enough from the chest. It's not too far, but it's still not too close. But that damn portal, and now the desyncing, I can't get those items transferred to my pet because it's desyncing. Okay, let's try and just do this. See, it's not syncing. It's not realizing I've salvaged those items. Come on, game. It's getting too warm here, so I'm gonna switch my heater. Come on, unglitch. See, it's not unglitching, it's not undesyncing. Maybe after my pet returns it would sync.
Your pet has arrived.
No, it's not syncing. My pet has arrived, but it still has those items in my inventory, even though I put those items in the pet inventory. Let's see if I can dismantle those items, and it's not working because those items are not here. They were in my pet inventory, but the game doesn't realize this. It's not syncing.
Step right up, contestant.
So yeah, just so many reasons why the last few weeks I was avoiding this game, because there are just some annoying things that I've been waiting since December to get fixed, and they're not. In particular, server-related performance issues.
But can you do it with one arm tied behind your back?
Let's do a Unix map. So those items that were in my inventory now would be gone when the game syncs after it loads up. See, they're gone. And they're not in my pet inventory because the pet already sold them and got money for it.
What's that here?
But yeah, if anyone wants to see me play a specific class and sub-class combo, do tell. I have 13 of those combos, so there's only 7 combinations that you can name that I won't be able to switch to. And out of those 7 combinations, 4 are code hard combinations, so there's 4 code hard and 3 non-code hard combos that you can say and I won't be able to switch to. So if you want to see a specific class and subclass, say it and I can switch and play on that one. If someone like is considering re-rolling to a new class, subclass, and they just want to see it in action, now is your chance to just name that class, and if I can switch to it. Oh, I have 0 potions. I went into a map with 0 potions. That's not good. I need to return. Maybe it can drop me some and I can sustain it by being a bit safer. Come on. Okay, there we go. This one's done.
Can't pass that here. You can't cast that.
But I'm open to suggestions for some games to play tomorrow. If they're free to play, or if you've seen me play that game before and you just want me to revisit it, I'm open to suggestions. I can't buy new games right now, but if I've already got the game and you want to see me play it again, I won't mind going back to it. Peter is asking, dark skills benefit from two-handed great weapon. Any weapons are stat sticks. Unless you're planning on using basic attacks, it doesn't matter what weapon you're using. You can use one-handed, two-handed, melee, ranged, it doesn't matter. Unless you're going for a basic attack, because basic attacks are skills that use that do X weapon damage. So what the weapon does give you is it gives you attack. It gives you X type of damage, fire, ice, etc. And that type of damage is called weapon damage. So the total sum of those damages combined with crit chance, crit damage makes your attack. And yeah, attack is kind of a summary, but the clean damage, what the game considers weapon damage, is your fire, ice, poison, etc. All those flat damages, together with all those percent damages if you have some of them boosting them. And then when you take that and then you look at the skill that says it does 1300 weapon damage, it basically does 1300 of that number. In my case, 1305 would be 1305 of the 4800 plus the 1061. So if you take those two, combine them together, and then you multiply that to 1300%, you're gonna see the damage this can do. And basic attacks are basically, you see this basic attack does 195% weapon damage because it's a mace. Why 195? Isn't a mace 150? Yes, a mace is 150 because but since I have this what's it called? Where did it go? I have something that gives me extra basic attack damage. I can't see where it was, but I had it somewhere. But mace is normally normally it's 150%. But I have something giving me a little bit of extra basic attack damage. I just can't figure out where it is. If I go to a sword, the sword should be... See, the sword is 143% weapon damage. So the percent of basic attack damage is weapon damage, so the basic attack is a skill which also uses your basic damage as a multiplier. And the only difference you would see between one weapon and the other is how many percent of weapon damage that weapon does. And that's only true if you're using basic attacks. If you're not using basic attacks, it doesn't really matter what weapon you're using. So two-handed weapon can work just as well with any type of skill. Light skill, dark skill. Glitch Bomb says, let me give you the kill squad. Well, if you do, I promise I will play it tomorrow and stream it, and maybe we can even play it together. If you really feel like gifting me the skill squad, sure. Feel free to. I really appreciate it. Here's my no, shit, wrong, Steam. Here's my Steam code. You actually have me on Steam. I think you have me on Steam. Just let me check if you do. Maybe you don't. Maybe you don't have me on Steam. If you do gift it, I promise I will play it, stream it, reach the end game, have some fun in the end game. Aragon says so many legendary. Yeah, I farmed those. This is level 25, so this is level 44. And in this game, low level legendaries are kind of semi-trash. They're almost trash. Not complete trash, because you can still use their legendary powers without wearing them. You can put them in the legendarium. You can put up to 3 of those in the legendarium and still get their abilities without wearing them. But that's the only thing you would have as a use for a low level legendary. It's not like Outriders, where you can level up a low level legendary to max level. And you should be able to. In a game like this, it makes no sense to not have such a system. If they add such a system, this could be a game changer for the Fazir power creep. Because this would allow you to farm items from a different place and then bring those items to your Fazir challenge level. So if you've reached Fazir challenge level 118%, you can farm the secret alpaca level, get a very good drop in the secret alpaca level, and then take that secret alpaca level drop to some sort of NPC and bring it up to speed to the highest unlocked Fazir challenge stage. And And that would solve my problem with the Fazier challenge bonus being boring power creep, and the Fazier being the only place where you can farm those strong items. Because that would mean people would see a point in doing map works, the regular map works, doing the secret alpaca level and any other content they add later on. And obviously it's not solving the problem of how strong this gear will be in that content. So I still think this Fazier challenge bonus just should go. It's much easier to balance the game without that challenge bonus being considered, and give us a better power creep for the Fazier that's not connected to items. I still stand by my words where I think the Fazier is better off. We're better off without the Fazier challenge bonus in the game.
You can't do that.
But if they really need to keep it, they need to add quality of life so you can level up items to your challenge bonus. Items that you got outside of the Fazier. Otherwise, what's the point of farming anything other than the Fazier if it's the only place where you get those challenge bonus items? And then what's the point of having other types of endgame if they're not gonna give you strong enough items? And people get bored just doing the same type of activity, same type of endgame, because it's the only one that drops good items. It's just not fun. You need to have multiple viable sources of loot in a game. As I've said many times, just look at Grim Dawn. You can farm items in the Crucible, you can do bosses, you can do roguelike dungeons, you can do the Rifting, the Shattered Realms. In each of those you can get certain items, certain legendary drops, and it's not like one item only drops in this place, another only drops in that place. You want me to check my Discord PM? Discord PM. Okay, I'm gonna add you. Just a moment. I will add you. Oh yeah, I see it. I see it. I saw your friend request. There we go. We are friends now, Glitch Bomb. And sorry, I have streamer mode. I have streamer mode. So when streamer mode is enabled, Discord mutes every single notification, or at least mine does. It mutes all sorts of notifications. So just like the other day when someone was spamming in my Discord, I couldn't see and hear the notifications because streamer mode disables those. At least mine does. Well, I hope I like Kill Squad. I really hope I like it. It's something to look forward to. Hopefully reaching max level is not so grindy, and I can reach it and tinker a little bit with levels and stuff and builds. Hopefully respecking isn't one of those games where you need to sell your kidney to respec, or it's just faster to make a new hero rather than farming for respects, because there are those types of games. In Torchlight 3, if you want a full respec, you're better off leveling up a new hero. By the time you farm enough respectacles to fully respec a hero, I'm talking about 70 respectacles. Although when do you really need 70 respectacles? At best you would need 30-40. But still faster to level up a new hero than to farm 30 respectacles, maybe. It won't be that bad if you could collect all your contract rewards at once, or maybe you can collect 50 or 100 contract rewards at once, and they would all stack up together. Then actually respecking would be much easier, because you would just need to do infamous unique maps, and that's gonna be it. You do a few unique infamous maps and you already have 10-15 respectacles for like 5 maps.
Your pet has returned.
I'm so happy that Outriders have free of charge unlimited respects. Free of charge unlimited respects. That's the way it should be in games. If there's purists who want games to be without respects or they want to grind for respects, well, if they feel bad that they're not grinding for their respects, they can just do some extra grinding and consider it grinding for respects. But yeah, I like how it is in Chaos Bane, I like how it is in Outriders. And the game doesn't want me to waste my time, so I can just try a new setup. And in games with a lot of build diversity like this one, it makes sense. It makes sense to be easy to respect, to push your player base towards experimenting and testing all that build diversity you can give them, rather than forcing them to stick to the same build because that build is stronger than other builds, or because that build is what they've got and they don't feel like farming too much for respects. I really hope that Outriders doesn't end up becoming a 1% game where only 1% of the builds can do the hardest content. Tier 15 Eye of the Storm is what I'm talking about. Challenge tier 15 Eye of the Storm. Hopefully we have at least 50, 60, maybe 100 builds that can do it. Not as quickly, not top time. Just a moment. By not top time, I mean not this time. Not this time for the legendary and epic guaranteed gear, but maybe this time. See, if my build is not meta, maybe I won't be able to get this reward, but I should be able to get this one, or at least this one. If you die, that's the reward you get, by the way, the no bonus reward, or if you're too slow. But yeah, I'm gonna say I'm not meta build, not properly synergized, but fully upgraded, meaning every single extra stat you can get should be able to at least get this one. If you upgrade your weapon to the limit, fully upgraded everything, and you just don't have the most synergized build, maybe you shouldn't be able to get this, but at least this. That's how I see things. That's how I think it's fair. So you should still be able to complete it with a non-meta build. At least that's how I think meta should be in games. It shouldn't be a matter of if, but a matter of how quick you can complete the content. And the reward should reflect that. The reward should reflect how quickly you've completed the content. And Outriders seems to have nailed it when it comes to endgame expeditions and this thing. So I just hope that that my fears for the meta don't come true, and I'm just worrying for no reason right now. We'll see. Because in most cases the meta builds are the most boring because they give you the least amount of effort to complete the content. That's how it ends up being. In this game the most boring build in the meta build is the Bane Train, Miasmic Train kind of build, where you can just walk around and let the train do everything, and you can just chill and play it with one hand if you feel like it. And just occasionally press a button or two for the train cars. And it's strongest, but it's also the most boring. But it doesn't mean that you need, in this game you don't need a meta build to complete the Fazier. An Electrode and Flaming Destroyer build on any class is good enough to complete the Fazier. Even Blood Drinker builds can do it much slower, but they can still do it and survive in the deepest stages of the Fazier. A bot drinker would definitely be 2 times slower, maybe 3 or 4 times slower than a Bane train, because you're sacrificing a lot of damage for that survivability you're getting. But you're still gonna be able to eventually, with enough patience, complete all fuzzier stages. And I think this is fine in terms of what you get by playing a meta build versus a non-meta build. Let's see. And Glitchbomb says, due to regional price differences, the gift you are trying to send cannot be sent to the recipient's region. That's terrible. How the hell? What is your region? I can try and change my region to your region. If I know how to change it. Is there a way to change it? And if I change it, can I change it back afterwards? But yeah, Steam is definitely lame. Oh, you're in Dubai and not EU, and yeah, the price difference then. There's probably a big price difference, that's why. Did you already purchase it, or is it not letting you purchase it? If you didn't purchase it, that's fine. But if you spent money on it, that's kind of a bummer. A big bummer. I hope it didn't charge you. But that is very lame with Steam. I guess some people were abusing this system a lot recently. Some people were saying were setting their region to one of the cheaper regions, the cheapest regions for a game, and then they are selling on websites like Kingwin and other similar ones. They're selling the codes for slightly higher than they buy it, but still cheaper than the retail price for a specific region, and they were just selling it as a gift. And I think Steam made this to prevent people abusing that system. Because let's say a game costs $10 in my region, or €10, and then someone in their region can buy it for 4, and they sell it for 6 or 7. They're still making a profit, and they're still selling it cheaper then the person can buy it in their region. And I guess that's how Steam is combating this type of thing, where you're buying a game and you buy it by the person giving you the game as a gift. I've only done this once, and I didn't know that's how it was gonna be when I bought Cyberpunk. It was a little bit cheaper than the original price. But I didn't know that's how it's gonna be, and I didn't like it, and I was very concerned if it's gonna work. But I definitely don't support people. At least that's how I assumed it was, because I did get the game, I did get Cyberpunk as a gift when I bought it, and I assumed that's what the person was doing. In their region it was probably cheaper to buy. But I think that's pretty much why you can't send it as gift that way. You said you can't send it as a gift, but you can buy it for yourself. Yeah. It's definitely lame, and maybe if I was paying, if it was the other way around, if I was trying to give you the game as a gift, and I was paying more than you, Maybe Steam wouldn't say, okay, that's not bad. Maybe Steam would have let me. It's weird. I haven't tested it, but wouldn't be surprised if you're paying more than the other person when giving them the gift. Steam actually lets you do it. Alright, I'm gonna switch heroes. Switching heroes, but first I need to wait for the game to synchronize. I'm not gonna wait for the game to synchronize, I'm just gonna switch.
Life support systems repaired.
And what just happened? What just happened? Oh, Glitchbomb became a member. Thank you very much, Glitchbomb, for becoming a member. Really appreciated it. Nice having you here for so long. One of the old the OG Struck viewers. Thank you very much for that. So, what was I gonna play? I'm gonna play the Walking Oven. I think he's got the gear he needs. I think he's fine. Let me check. North Mace and Frostwall. Okay, we've got all we need on this setup. Which setup is this one though? Fracking Strike, Summoning Smash, Quoke of Flames, and Cyclone Mode. Okay, it's a spin to win. Let's do some spinning. Let's do some spinning. So spinning.
Back already? If you think you can take it. That doesn't sound so tough. I've got one of those at home.
I'm looking for Gearwalkie with dividing or with uniques. Gearwalkie status immune.
You say that now. I mean, what could go wrong?
Let's do this.
Won't hurt much.
Is it voting? Come on. It voted. Is Sky still behind me? Oh, Sky's still behind me. Sorry, I brushed my shoulder on the microphone by accident. Need to do it like this. I love how they fixed the spin to win to actually benefit from movement speed bonuses and move without that handicap. Need to get into the rhythm of playing Fracking Strike build. Fracking Strike build is all about getting into a rhythm. Takes a while to warm up. No pun intended. Alright, there we go. try and only stop when there's a big bunch of enemies like this.
You can't cast that here. You can't use that skill.
Am I done with the quest? One more was remain. English Bomb says a pleasure to be here and show support, bro. I'm glad you think so. I'm glad you think so. That you're enjoying your stay here, and for everyone else as well. Even the people who don't write anything in the chat, just them watching my content is really appreciated. Regardless whether it's live content or recorded content and stuff. It still helps. This is the rhythm. Normally I start with Vortex Bomb, then Fracking Strike, then I use Power Projection, then another Fracking Strike, and then I can redo the Vortex Bomb Fracking Strike combo. But then Power Projection won't be ready. This is definitely a fun setup. And it's good enough in terms of damage. Keep in mind I'm using very low damage weapons. Oh, and I don't have the hatch. I don't have the, what's its name? The Ancient Ember hatch. If I had Ancient Ember hatch, I probably would replace Charge Up and put the Ancient Ember hatch there. But it just hasn't dropped for me. As far as I remember, it hasn't dropped. Let me quickly check. Last I played this build, I didn't have the hatch. Maybe. Yeah, it's not dropped yet. Ancient Ember hatch, this is the thing. This is the equivalent of the Ancient Ember boots. Still waiting for it to drop. Let's keep going.
Contender. That doesn't sound so tough. If you think you can take it. So decisive. Oh, so tough.
Dividing. Maybe I can play the dividing map.
What will it be?
Doesn't seem to be anything better to choose this time around. What's happening here? Okay, there we go.
Can't do that.
It takes a lot of skill to be good at doing the rotation. I'm not perfect when it comes to the rotation on a fracking strike build. There's definitely better ways to optimize your rotation. It's all about when you use this skill and this skill and this skill and this skill. 4 skills that are super important to use in the right moment. If you want a good rotation on a fracking strike build. Normally it's good to start with this. Oh, now it's silenced, I can't start with it. But normally it's good to start with this, and then 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 it's time for this, and that. So Sonic Pulse, Vortex Bomb, Fracking Strike, Power Projection, Fracking Strike again. It didn't work. Not sure why. Okay, what's that? Find the Goblin Gun Forge. Well, it should be nearby. Oh, I see where it is. Outriders, no turning back. ESRB. They just posted a new trailer or whatever. I can link it in a moment. Trying to clear out anyone around me. Now more came. Just when I thought I was safe, so I can out and tap to give you the link. Okay, now I think it's safe. That's the link of what Outriders just posted. It's 1 minute 18 seconds, so it's some sort of a trailer. Mostly with art. No, not gameplay footage, but rather than art. We can even watch it without sound. Let me just quickly show my screen. I'm gonna avoid putting the sound to avoid copyrights problems, but let's see. 2048. Okay, nice. I love the glows on the weapons they've added. Oh, look at this Devastator. Man, I love that type of art style. That's a good trailer. Normally I'm not a big fan of non-gameplay trailers, but this one is nice. Good teaser. Well done. Okay, back into the game. They just posted a Peggy version. So what they have a ESRB and Peggy version for their content. Is one version less graphic, less violent, and the other one more graphic and violent. Maybe that's how it is. And I think we got a bug where I'm not seeing the gunsmith. It should be nearby here, the gunsmith, near the gun forge. And that has been happening to me on this map. Not being able to find the gunsmith. Or maybe killing the gunsmith earlier and... But most likely he just didn't spawn.
You can't use that skill. Cast that spell here. You can't cast that spell.
I have to leave this map and start a new one. Cause yeah, there's no gunsmith. I can spend a bunch of minutes looking for the gunsmith. I'm never gonna find it. If it's not on the gunsmith forge, he's not gonna be there at all. What's the time? 7:07 p.m. We've got another 4 or 5 hours. Do you think Max Schaefer and his team will leave Torchlight 3? Well, that's not up to. I mean, it all depends what their agreement is with Perfect World. You know, Perfect World are the owners of the rights for Torchlight 3. As far as I know, Perfect World has the rights, and maybe Perfect World can hire another dev studio to work on Torchlight 3, or maybe they can just let it die. That's up to them, I think. So what I'm not sure what their agreement is. There were some rumors about them having a contract for 2 expansions. We haven't gotten a single real expansion, like buy to an expansion that you buy, standalone, not standalone, but purchasable DLC expansion, big one. So if they had a contract, what happens now? Are Zynga gonna pay reparations, or did they make a deal where both sides just terminate the contract, or was this just rumors and there is no actual contract? I'm not sure what's happening there. I can only guess. I'd rather not speculate too much. I mean, if Max Schaefer and his team are purchased by another company, acquired by another company, it all depends what that company's arrangement will be with Perfect World. Whether they would want to still continue the development of this game. Because, see, Perfect World holds the rights, and Zynga, I'm assuming, is not making any money from Torchlight 3. So Zynga would probably want Extra to be focused on the new title, on the new project. And few weeks ago, maybe a month or 2 months ago actually, Extra were hiring for new game designers, a senior and junior game designer. And that's probably for the new game. If they were hiring for this game, good. If their team, if those new game designers would be for the new game, that's interesting as well. So it's all up to Perfect World what would happen with Torchlight 3, and Perfect World doesn't have the best reputation out there. And that's me being mild towards their reputation, me being generous towards their reputation. They have a very bad reputation in terms of their games. But most of the Perfect World games are actually free to play. There are not that many buy-to-play games that they're publishing. So we'll see how this game gets handled as time passes. So the maps didn't reset because I couldn't complete the previous one because the boss didn't spawn, which means I need to do something else. So yeah, I really hope the game doesn't end up getting abandoned completely. And we do get the occasional updates. But right now I'm not expecting much because I know how things are. Business is business, and there's not much we can do about it. If people want to make money, they make some choices that might affect the one game, but maybe that would be good for their future games. If they're given more creative freedom, and if their new publisher, if Zynga are more patient than Perfect World, maybe their next title could be good. But keep in mind, their next title would be a cross-play between PC, console, and mobile. And the mobile thing in there is very concerning for how the game would be designed, how there's probably gonna be 4 or 5 skills on your skill bar at max to use. I mean, they're gonna have to keep in mind certain things in terms of controls, movement, and so on. If they're planning on making a game that's cross-platform but without mobile, just console and PC, that's probably gonna be amazing. I would love to see that. Cross-platform, cross-play game, online, MMO light, ARPG, isometric hack and slash. That would be best if the mobile is out of the equation. But they want a mobile game. From what I've read, they want the game to be mobile, console and PC. And that's what will be happening most likely. I'm wondering if it will be fantasy or sci-fi. So far, Max, I think, has worked on mostly fantasy games. If you count Diablo and Torchlight and Hop. And I think David Brevik was the person that was that created Hellgate, which was the sci-fi game. So I don't think Max has any experience working on a sci-fi game, unless I'm mistaken. But I want to see if they're gonna be making a sci-fi or a fantasy game. It would be interesting if they make a sci-fi game, something weird, sci-fi-ish. Keep in mind, if Torchlight 3 was not a Torchlight game, it might have done a little bit better because people wouldn't have had such high expectations. If the Torchlight name was omitted from Torchlight 3 and it had been detached from the Torchlight universe, and it was just a new game in a new universe, probably it might have done a little bit better. and be received a little bit better. Because with a franchise name comes a lot of expectations. And now their new game would be a new franchise, new IP. And I would be happy to help with testing and feedback. I would love to if they contact some of us content creators who were helping them with feedback in Torchlight 3. I wouldn't mind doing that for their next game, even if I'm not allowed to stream it. I would play it every now and then and give them some feedback, one way or another. I just really hope their publisher, the new publisher, I hope Zynga is patient. A game needs time to get developed completely, to be ready for launch. This game was obviously rushed by Perfect World to have them launch it before it was the time was right. And that whole early access on Steam was the thing that hurt the game the most. If Torchlight 3 didn't do early access on Steam, and Perfect World were a little bit more patient, another 6, 7, 8 months before actually launching the game, and before actually doing the early access even. I mean, if they really wanted early access, they should have given the game at least 6 more months before starting the early access, ideally 1 more year, and then maybe just straight to launch without early access. Invitational beta would have been fine, but yeah. That whole Steam early access is very bad for new titles. 90% of the time early access hurts games rather than works in their favor. Wait, Swagshot? Why is it Swagshot? Yeah, I actually played Diablo, Hellgate and Marvel Heroes and I love that. He also has that title, It Lurks Below. It Lurks Below, I've never played it, but that was the last game I think he worked on. Wouldn't it be fun if we get the old school Diablo team reuniting and making another new game together? I'm sure that's probably never gonna happen, but you never know, you never know. I would love to see those three reunite, Max, Eric, Schaefer and David Brevik reunite and maybe make a sci-fi isometric hack and slash. Maybe not isometric, but a third person, even better. Third person with a generous zoom out, and make it kind of MMO light. But yeah, we're probably never gonna see them team up again. Yeah, when they brought us Diablo and Diablo 2, they made many people happy and they pushed that whole genre. The whole genre, they kind of revolutionized that transition from turn-based, text-based combat to actually seeing the actions happen in front of you. You actually seeing the person in real time attacking, hitting the monster hitting back, casting spells and all of that. And I'm not saying there weren't other games like that at that time. Obviously, they weren't the only game like that. But there are just so many games I would like to either see the original devs of those games reuniting and making a new sequel, or reworking the old games, or just making a new project. I mean, the Sacred series, I would like to see the people making Sacred 1 and 2 make a new Sacred game in the same universe. And the same goes for Dungeon Siege 1 and 2. I would like to see the people who made Dungeon Siege 1 and 2 make a new Dungeon Siege universe game. A new Hellgate game would also be amazing. If they do a new Hellgate game similar to Outriders, that type of camera, that type of controls, that type of quality of life, that type of visual graphics animation, it would be nice. Because Hellgate as a story, as a setting, had a very good premise. The premise of Hellgate was amazing. And it doesn't have to be London, it could be a different town, it could be Hellgate. Just Hellgate. And it could be all over the world. It could be Hellgates. And there could be Hellgates across the whole world, and you could be maybe each act would be a different city, and you would be traveling around that city in a big map, and just clearing it out without loading screens, and maybe only loading screens when you go into a dungeon or a mission. Division style kind of thing. That would be amazing if they do Division 2 style open big map where you can travel from one end to the other, and having maybe, let's say, 3 acts for 3 different cities: an American city, a European city, and maybe an Asian city. And then with DLCs they can act 4, act 5, etc., a Latin American city, and so on. That would be amazing if someone does something like that. Kind of like a middle ground between the Division and Outriders, taking the open world map exploration thing like the Division, but then having all that quality of life and itemization and modifications and stuff from Outriders, and having the end game of Outriders, it would really fit. I would love to see that done. I still have problems with the synchronizing. By the way, let's check this hatch out. Yeah, it's terrible.
Your pet has arrived.
You spent 2.5 hours in Marvel Heroes Omega. What is the Omega? I've played Marvel Heroes, I don't remember the Omega. Was the Omega like an expansion after the rework? It's sad that Disney killed Marvel Heroes. The game wasn't that bad. It was super fun. I mean, there were things that were pretty annoying, but there weren't that many. In terms of monetization, I didn't really like how it was monetized. But it was Disney, I guess, in charge of that, pushing for more greedy, more boring monetizations. But I definitely enjoyed Marvel Heroes. But yeah, imagine an MMO light Hellgates game. It would be amazing. If someone has the budget and the patience as a publisher to invest into such a game, to contact David Brevik and maybe ask him if he's interested in doing that, into designing that. It would be, I think, what the market right now really needs is something like that, and many people would love it. You can see how water shooters are becoming super popular. Borderlands 3 had such success. Definitely not everyone liked it, and many people still like Borderlands 2 more than 3. But it sold a bunch of copies, maybe just because it was a Borderlands title, maybe because of good marketing. They made shitloads of money. And where Borderlands kind of seems to fail is retaining players due to boring meta and kind of weird ways of handling endgame, I guess, and bad balancing and stuff like that. But the game itself, it has a lot of good things. A lot of things they're doing well, a lot of things that they're doing not so well, like quality of life stuff. And now with Outriders and how well the demo was received by a lot of people. Also there's a lot of people who didn't like it, who probably are just fanboys of other games. And they're just not used to how things are done in Outriders, how they're different to the games they're used to playing. And then you can see Destiny 2, very popular still. I think there's a lot of potential for a new Hellgate game if executed the right way and if it has the right monetization. If it's buy to play with expansions, it could do pretty nicely. And they can even add something like monthly community goals. Monthly community goals where if you log in that month and help a bit towards achieving that community goal, then everyone gets a reward. Even if they only played a single map that month. And monthly it's good because you're not forcing players to walk every week or whatever, or every day. They can try and find the time when they feel like it. And then at the end of the month everyone gets a bunch of rewards, and there could be maybe different types of reward. See, that's one of the good things in Martyr, those community goals. For all the things in Martyr I don't like, those community goals are pretty nice. Nice mechanic. But some reasonable goals obviously would be better, if it's a reasonable goal. What's the best relic for Forged? Flaming Destroyer and Electrode are both very good relics, so either of those two is good enough. So I would say pick either the Flaming Destroyer or the Electrode if you want damage, if you want to kill stuff quicker. The other ones like Bane and Blood Drinker could give you better survivability, and they can stack up nicely. with the Forged already having a bunch of defense skills. But the damage won't be as high on those as it would be on a Flaming Destroyer or a Electrode. When the update is coming in March, 1.5 weeks from now. 1.5 weeks from now. Most likely next week, the week starting Monday. So let's say Tuesday, Wednesday or Thursday next week is my guess. Just my guess.
You can't cast that here.
And welcome back, Nochni. Also to Roger, welcome back to him as well. But yeah, I expect it to come in the middle of next week. Myself. Judging from what they've said in their previous blog posts and stuff. That's, I guess, their estimation. What the hell? Did I just get 3 legendaries? 3 legendaries in this place. And one of them was from Trash Mobs, 2 of them were from from the chest. Okay. Sometimes you get lucky, I guess. This makes up for all the maps without drops. So since I walked on this hero and yeah, I've only gotten this one and then those 3. Can't say they're good, but at least it's better than nothing. So, and you're welcome. Thanks for asking. Maybe someone else was also wondering the same thing. Roger says, is there any difference between flat damage types? So does fire damage and ice damage do exactly? Yes, they do exactly the same thing. Fire damage and ice damage, if it's 50, they do the same. The one difference is if you have percent ice and percent fire. Obviously with percent ice, having more flat ice damage is better. If you have percent fire, having more flat fire is better. So if you look at my stats, I have 6400 ice and a little bit of fire. And if I have an item that gives me percent bonus ice, like a hatch maybe, I would prefer to have that hatch giving me ice instead of fire. I don't think I've got one to show you, but yeah, and that's the difference. It doesn't get basically how it works is that damage here. I said it earlier today, but I'm gonna say it again. The combined sum of all your flat damages makes up what the game refers to as weapon damage. So this one does 400 weapon damage. Then this skill, 100% weapon damage. This one 360. So this one 576 and so on. So this weapon damage is based on your flat damages. And it doesn't matter what element that damage is. Obviously if you have percent ice, that also gets added to the whole sum. But yeah, that's what the game refers to as weapon damage. So just use whatever you've got. Don't think too much about it.
Your pet is back.
Unless you're stacking percent damages. Again, if you're stacking percent damages, you would want to stack the same flat and same percent. I'm gonna do another map on this guy and then I'm switching. So now that there's probably a little bit more people than earlier, I'm gonna say again, if you want to see me play a different class and subclass, say it. Name the class, name the subclass. I have 13 out of 20. And out of those 13, only one is Cold Heart. So avoid Cold Heart. But most other things I have. So there's only three non-Cold Heart combos that I don't have on this account. I don't have a Bane Dusk Mage, it's on the offline, although I could go on the offline and play it. I don't think I have a... Bleeding Dusk Mage as well, and I don't think I have a Bane Forged. I think that's the three ones I don't have. So I have Electrode, Flaming Destroyer, Bane, Train builds, Rainmaster builds. I have Electrode, Sharpshooter, Flaming Destroyer, Sharpshooter, Electrode, Dusk Mage, Flaming Destroyer, Dusk Mage. Or maybe I don't have, I'm not sure. Yeah, I should have Flaming Destroyer, Dusk Mage. I have Electrode, Flaming Destroyer, Forged. Bleeding Forged, Bleeding Sharpshooter, Bane Sharpshooter, and yeah, I've got a lot of those. So I've got 13 on this account. So if you want to see something else, just name it. I'm gonna do my best to play everything people request if I have it leveled up on my account for the online mode.
You say that now. I mean, what could go wrong?
Let's do this one, dividing. Let's see.
You can't cast that spell here. Can't do that. Can't cast that spell here. You can't use that skill.
Here we go. Let's keep going.
Can't cast that. You can't use that skill.
Come on, come on.
Cast.
There we go.
You can't do that.
What am I looking for? The Goblin Cauldron. Okay. Well, at least there's a bunch of enemies in this map, and since it's dividing, there's a great chance of loot dropping, because there's a ton of enemies, a ton of kills per square meter. Another Mountain King hatch. On this character, the drops started getting better. On the others, I didn't have much luck. I really want to get that Ancient Ember hatch on this guy, and then on my mage, I want to get Molten Reach. The two items I want in this game that I still haven't gotten. Even if it's shit rolls, the worst rolls, I just need them for my legendarium mostly. Am I close to the cauldron? Yeah, I'm pretty much right next to it.
Can't catch that. Can't cast that spell here.
Another legendary. What's happening? Did they silently boost the drop rates somehow? I've never seen so many drops so quickly in such a short time.
That spell can't be cast. You can't cast that.
Okay. Another one. What's happening? 3 Mountain King's hatches. I want the Ancient Ember. I don't want Mountain King. Why is it always the Mountain King? Let's see. Can't wait to see what quality of life we're gonna get with the next update. They did say there's gonna be a lot of it. A lot of community requested quality of life changes.
arrived.
Should I switch? Let's switch heroes. Any suggestions? I've already played this today, so I'm gonna go for something else. Maybe a sharpshooter. I haven't played a sharpshooter yet today. Blood Drinker, Electrode, or Flaming Destroyer? Which sharpshooter do you wanna see? So I know what items to get. I also have Bane. Sharpshooter. So I have 4 sharpshooters on this one. This one seems to be missing the weapon only. Maybe I can go on this one. Just need to get a weapon quickly, so... I'll do quickly one thing. I'm gonna take this weapon and put it in the storage and then give it to my sharpshooter. Maybe also put the Ancient Ember Boots in the storage, because I'm not sure if that sharpshooter has the Ancient Ember Boots. So we'll see. Where is Sky? Is Sky still here? Oh, he's still here. You woke up, Sky. Just a moment. I'm gonna transfer some items. Let's pet Sky a bit. Little bit of fulmination. Okay. So I'm transferring this and I'm transferring this. That's the two things I want to transfer. Page 5 and let's say page 2. Page 2 and 5. Pages 2 and 5. He's been sleeping a lot today. He wouldn't let me sleep around morning, noon. He kept waking me up, ruined my sleep, but now he's sleeping. Let's see. Oh, I actually had a North Mace here. Oh. It actually gives me levels to Scout's Bones. Let's compare it to the other one. First, let's see. Ancient Ember Boots, Shoulders, and Pants. Yeah, this one's already geared up. And this one's even ice damage bonus. I'm not gonna change. So I wanna compare quickly. 5958 and this one is 5889. So this one is Boot Seekers 3 levels. This one is Scout's Bones 3 levels. This is Crit Chance. What's my build? Just to figure out what build I'm running here. Wait, there's no drain? No drain? Oh shit. I just realized. I was making the videos for the Blood Drinker and this is completely ruined right now. It's not a build. This shouldn't be maxed out. I'm missing my drain. I don't have Respectacles. I have 3 Respectacles. So I'm gonna try and salvage this as much as I can. And just put some points into Drain maybe. Or maybe some points into Blood Seekers. But yeah, first of all I shouldn't have as much points here. I should have 0 points here. But since I was making those videos for each relic and I used 60-70 Respectacles or whatever to make them, I'm kind of in a bad spot right now. Where is my station? Where is the sharpshooter station? Here. So let's remove 3 points from this. I should have started removing points here. Another mistake. I'm gonna put the points into Blood Seekers for now. This is supposed to be a drain build, that's why I'm using those legs. But I guess I'm just gonna change it. Targeted strikes. Okay, targeted strikes it is.
Welcome back, contender.
That's one of the things I wish this game did differently. Respecting. I wish the Respectacles didn't exist in the game. And I wish we had unlimited respect, full respect, or 1 by 1 point. Both options without having to pay Respectacles and grinding. It doesn't fit this game. Again, with this much build variety, forcing you to grind to be able to respect. It just doesn't fit well. I hope if they decide to abandon the game before they do so, to maybe just make a patch that fixes all the bad things and makes it more playable. Less grindy. Ideally, I hope they don't abandon the game, but we don't know what's gonna happen though. I'm also planning on playing some Godfall again. Just because I want to get a primal item. But I dread returning to that repetitive tower. I really am dreading my return to that Tower of Trials, especially solo. But I haven't played much Godfall since that primal update. I only played it once since that update, so I might have to return soon to it. I'm still getting into the rhythm of playing this. I've been out of Torchlight 3 for a while, so I've kind of gotten accustomed to different rhythms and mechanics from the other games I've played. So yeah, this build is kind of incomplete. 7 points are not where they need to be. Those 5 points, actually 8 points. 8 points are not where they need to be. Those 5 points, I need to remove. Well, ideally I would remove 4 points from here, but maybe I can just remove 1 point. That gives me 6 points, and it gives me level 9 Blood Seekers, and maybe, just maybe I can remove 1 point from here and put it here, or 1 point from here and put it here. The shield is chance to bleed, right? Okay, it is. If the collecting of contract rewards was much easier and I didn't have to spend so much time clicking on my fucking interface to collect a bunch of contract rewards because they don't stack, I would have immediately collected all 100 and something rewards of my contract. And that would give me enough spectacles to fix this build and patch it up. I've been asking for this quality of life, for consumables to start stacking in bigger stacks and to be able to collect multiple contract rewards. Collect 5, collect 10, collect 100 at the same time. If the consumables stack, I don't see a reason why we shouldn't be able to collect more contract rewards at once instead of spending time clicking. It's madness right now. There are some things that are super illogical the way they're done in the game, like the small stacks, the small inventory, the small consumable inventory as well. The small shared storage and only having 9 shared storage tabs. I like how Godfall is doing storage. You have one big inventory that doesn't seem to have a limit. And yeah, you can just scroll through it. Haven't tested playing different heroes on Godfall though, and I'm assuming it's not gonna be shared. You're gonna have to somehow forget about transferring items from one to the other, but you don't need to make multiple heroes in Godfall. In Godfall you can make one and just keep switching Valor plates for different builds, and I really like that one and the way it's done. I'm gonna show you what I mean when I say there's too much clicking on the menu. And it's too slow when you start collecting stuff. When you start collecting your consumables from the contracts. The gear bundles don't stack. The spectacles stack, but to a very small stack size. The map stack, but also to a very small map stack size. The resource bundles don't stack, and they should. Another example of non-stackable things. Let's start collecting a bit. This is what I'm talking. I only can claim one at a time. And even when I'm claiming one at a time, I can claim up to 11 or 12 or whatever, depending on how filled up my consumables inventory is. Sometimes 13, 14, but that's it. And first of all, this is a very small inventory for consumables. Second of all, why don't those 6 stack in a one bunch? That goes up to 50 or 60 or whatever, some big number. Why don't those 2 stack? Why can't I stack multiple of those or those or those? There's just so many things that should stack and don't stack. And there's no button to collect more than 1 contract rewards at once. And just artificially prolonging the time you spend playing the menu rather than actually playing the game and killing enemies and looting stuff. So it turns into an inventory management end game rather than fighting enemies as the end game. Look at that, look at how long it takes to collect rewards. And now this one here again, I'm collecting. And it gives me this, why do I see this you've received a bow? Why can't it just go over here on the side of the window or here and show you you've received and show me that thing there, the same way it does when you loot items. This is completely unnecessary. And you've received this. This is completely unnecessary. It's so bad. It should be a feedback somewhere here or here, somewhere here maybe. Here is a perfect place to put it. Where you just see that you've received and it just keeps going and going the same way it does when you loot items while in a map. It's artificially making you spend more time clicking on various things in the inventory instead of enjoying the game by killing stuff and looting stuff. And if I could collect all those 90 remaining levels with the click of a button and have everything stack up, it would be much better to get spectacles. Right now, this is just painful. This is why I don't collect contract rewards, because it's one of the worst systems I've seen in terms of user friendliness. And there are just so many redundant things like this one that shouldn't even exist. This window. Neckband of electric warding. Alright, I'm gonna do another 1 or 2 maps on this and then switch heroes again.
You're up to the challenge?
Wait, I got a spectacle. Let's use it. Not just one, a few.
can you do it with one arm?
This one's nice.
Behind your back. So decisive. So decisive. Was that the right choice? We'll see. So decisive. Oh,
No.
so tough.
Okay, let's go do that Gearwalkie map. Was it here?
You can take it.
I think it was here then. Nimble Gearwalkie. Oh, this rubber banding. You see how much it's rubber banding. I teleport and it takes like 2 seconds before it even teleports me. Like blink, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 seconds. 4 seconds delay. If that's not a problem, yeah, I don't know what is. In between pressing my spacebar and it actually blinking. And then people are wondering why I wasn't playing much this game recently. Well, the major reason is because I can't level up new heroes, which at least made me have something to make me enjoy wasting my time. To not feel like I'm wasting my time if I'm playing the game with all its problems and wagging and all of that. I still felt I'm doing something, I'm making content, I'm making new builds by leveling new heroes. So the main reason why I wasn't playing is that I've just reached the limit of maximum heroes. But the other reasons are things like this: the performance problems, the lack of quality of life, the very badly designed UI where you have to constantly click on certain menus, like the fucking contract collection. It's the worst contract. It's the worst reward collection ever. Not being able to stack some consumables to like 100 or 99. 99 seems like a very good number of maximum stack for anything. 99 bundles, 99 respectacles, 99 maps on the same stack. I don't see why it shouldn't be 99 and why it should be such small stacks. Explosive arrow sacrifice to Goose. Actually, fuck it, I'm not gonna keep that. But yeah, I wouldn't... if I hear a reasonable explanation why the stacks of those items, of those consumables should be this little, I would agree. But I don't think there's a real reason other than they just don't want us to enjoy the game as much. they don't want us to have as much quality of life. That's why such low amount of things that we can stack. I mean, having only one item in a stack of bundles is terrible design of lootable rewards, of consumables. There shouldn't be a single consumable that you can stack in a game, unless it's a quest unique item that you just don't get more than one. In fact, Respectacles should be account, not character bound. And instead of looting the Respectacles and having to consume it, it should just go as a shared consumed Respectacle. You loot the Respectacle, immediately goes into this place. And then those should be shared across all heroes, and you shouldn't need to consume the Respectacle. We should immediately go into the resources tab, and all of those should be shared between all heroes on the same account. So you shouldn't worry, oh, do I keep it, do I use it? It's just very badly designed how they work. Instead of giving it to the account storage of resources and eliminating the whole fact of needing to consume it. And then when you buy it, it should also go straight there as an already consumed Respectacle that is shared between all heroes. So if you have X Respectacles in one hero on another, it's bad. But if you have X Respectacles that are shared across all heroes and you can use them whenever on whoever you want, that's much better. There's just so many things. If the game had mod support and I knew how to mod it, I would have spent a lot of time trying to at least fix those things to make it more enjoyable as an experience, more user friendly, less grindy, less click on the menu, more kill enemies, wood stuff. Going. I think the best thing they could do to this game, if they do decide to abandon it, is to open mod support and let the community keep it going. That's probably the best thing that could happen to this game, even if Extra are forced to stop developing it by Zynga. I really hope they just enable modding, open it up to the community for modding, and see this game just getting revived by modders with a passion. It's one of the main things that's keeping Grim Dawn still such a highly played game. There's just so many players playing mods instead of the vanilla game in Grim Dawn, and there's just so many mods there. And yeah, it's a game that has a very solid, dedicated community that actually is still growing. And that game has stayed for so many years, and it still keeps giving when it comes to that. Grim Dawn also has gotten a lot of community-made mods make its way to the actual game, because they make sense to be in the actual game. The developers decide to include them. some of the quality of life we have now originated as mods in Green Dawn. Where is that couple of pancakes I'm missing? I'm missing 2 pancakes. Just doesn't want to drop them. Yeah, another map that can be completed due to not enough drops, not enough quest drops. Alright, so switching heroes, I just can't be bothered. Peters says, did the game get any meaningful updates the last couple of months? The last big update was in December. The next one is next week, apparently. So between the beginning, middle of December and now there hasn't been an update. Snow and Steam was the last update. So there was Gear and Goblins, Snow and Steam, the 2 big updates since the game launched, and the next one should be next week. What do I play now? Any requests? Still not sure what I want to play. Maybe a disc mage again. So if I'm gonna play a disc mage, I need to take some items, maybe. I'm gonna log on this one, transfer some items, and then log on another disc mage. But we're still waiting for that next big update. Yeah, I think if they open the if they open the modding, if they open this game to modding and allow everyone to export their heroes from the online server locally for offline, it would be amazing. So then people could retain all of their wood and stuff that they had on the online and play those offline, not vice versa, just from offline to on. Just from online to the offline to save those heroes and those stashes and everything, and be able to export it, and then use that playing offline with mods would be amazing. Just checking what to transfer. I'm probably gonna transfer this because it's Absolver. And I think that Flame build is Absolver if I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna play with the Flaming Destroyer Disc Mage. I have no idea what I have there because, as I said, I've been making some content in January that required me to fully respect, not fully, but to respect a lot of things. So I can demonstrate the class and subclass skills. And most heroes are a mess. Most of my heroes right now don't even have a proper finished full build on them. Okay, let's quickly check my storage. I'm looking for the Absolver items. Absolver items. Also chance to burn items, because it's gonna be a Flaming Destroyer. Is there a chance to burn Frost Wall? Just the chance to shock. I can make the chance to shock into chance to burn, because I've got another one here. But I'm pretty sure I have chance to burn on my forge, and I can get it from that one. We've got the North Maze there. I've got the Ancient Ember Boots here. I'm gonna put this here as well. Maybe put this there. Maybe put this here. Okay, that should be enough. Let's see what gear I've got on this one. Come on. I've got gauntlets with evasion. Boots, yeah. What build is this? Absorber and entropy. Okay, pretty standard. The most standard of builds. Let's see the relic side of things. It's probably a mess. It's probably a mess in my relic relic skills. Oh yeah, it is a mess. A big mess. 5 points into giant's wings, which shouldn't be there because it's not a melee build. And no points in Firestorm. Oh boy, this is such a bad mess. And I don't have spectacles. I don't have spectacles to fix this. We're gonna have to play with what we've got. Let's take some items now. If my shared stash actually synchronizes, this is just... it's unbearable. Tell me how can people enjoy it when I can't even access my fucking stash. Because the game is... broken and it just doesn't communicate between the client and the server the way it needs to. How many minutes do I need to wait like this for my stash to actually allow me to pick up items? I mean, I'm definitely not gonna play this until it gets updated after today. I forgot how bad it was. How bad the problems with the server or database or whatever is causing this are. Come on, I wanna access my items. It's gonna make me rage quit and stop my stream. Very early, but I just can't. Tell me how can a person enjoy it that way? I can't even take my items from the shared stash. This is just preposterous. I just can't. Look at this. Game, wake up game, you're drunk. Yeah, if only I had something else. Yeah, maybe tomorrow I'm gonna stream some Godfall. At least Godfall might be crashing and having bad FPS, but I can access all my items properly. it's very boring and repetitive to play Godfall to farm primal items, but at least this doesn't happen there. Look at this. I'm gonna try and force it into loading by maybe. See, I don't even see damage numbers because the game is still. It's still loading maybe. Something is still loading because when I start seeing damage numbers, this will fix itself. I've noticed that they're connected. The game doesn't show you damage numbers if it doesn't show you those items, and vice versa. Come on. But yeah, I'm seriously consider Alt and F4 and then just stopping my stream and not returning until they fix those things with the next update, which hopefully they fix with the next update. I've reported this long ago, so I've done my share. See, even this is not filling up. This is how much the game is desyncing. This is not filling up there, my light and dark buff bar. The stash is not loading still. Double super giga mega facepalm. Yeah. This actually is borderline unplayable. I'm not gonna say unplayable, but borderline unplayable. If I wanna play this hero, I have to just use whatever four items and 3 pet items I've got, without a weapon, without a shield. I can maybe equip this. At least I have an offhand, and maybe get some damage from a chest. And then just go do level 20 content. Yeah, I'm just gonna stop for today. I'm stopping 4 hours or 3.5 hours too soon, but I just can't. I can't do it. It's torture. Torture 3. Torchlight 3. So yeah, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. Tomorrow I'm gonna probably play Godfall or something else that at least works. Keep it cool. Until next time from Mr. Quap, and goodbye.